Harmful electromagnetic fields, or EMFs, potentially are invisible threats to our lives. Studies have linked prolonged exposure to fatigue, sleep disturbance, anxiety. As technology advances, our exposure grows, yet most people are unaware of the risks. Addressing these challenges is essential to safeguard our well-being in an increasingly connected world.
It may seem hard to escape EMFs at home or at work. With effective solutions, you can create a safer, healthier environment wherever you are.
What I am so excited about when it comes to LeelaQ's products is that they work in a couple of different ways. First of all, they do help to mitigate in various studies the deleterious effects of EMFs. So we know those frequencies are harmful for the body, and that has been proven in multiple clinical studies. And what their technology does is it helps to harmonize those frequencies so they're not as dangerous. It also helps by directly strengthening our body, our biofield. So by getting physically stronger, a stronger electrical signal, but also mitigating the EMFs, you're getting a double effect that's very positive on allowing us to handle these frequencies that we encounter every day. What it can be a little bit difficult with this field of medicine is that when you're dealing with the human biofield and when you're dealing with frequencies and EMFs, it is not something that we typically can feel, and we can't see it. So very often it's criticized as gimmicky, and that's been the frustration for a long time. What's exciting is that we're now getting the clinical evidence-based science. Most of these technologies are not going anywhere, so we need to find ways to exist in a healthy way and protect ourselves while we're enjoying them.
Joining me now is the founder and CEO of Leela Quantum Tech, Philip von Holzendorf-Feeling. Thank you for being here. Congratulations on the project. I'm persuaded this is important to pay attention to. How'd you get involved with this?
Well, you know, I've been in corporate, for example, at T-Mobile. I ran 14 countries in Europe as a vice president. For T-Mobile, I was vice president also at T-Mobile US. So I got to know the electromagnetic spectrum from that side of the house. And I know it from the health and wellness side as well. I think what we've done is to come up with something that can combine the two so you can leverage the positive aspects of all these great technologies, but not suffer the negative effects of it.
And you said this has been documented. Where has this been documented? What's the research?
So research has been done almost all over the world, frankly, with different institutes that are independent, labs and doctors' offices, that looked at various different testing methods, right? They looked at the blood, for example. That was done in the US, but also in Europe in randomized double-blind studies that show that within minutes of going into a Wi-Fi environment, for example, it can be 4G, 5G, Wi-Fi, microwave, doesn't really matter. It's all pretty much the same thing with nuances, of course, that your blood starts to clot and the white blood cells tend to get paralyzed. So now with our technology then coming in a randomized blinded fashion, you see suddenly within minutes all of that neutralized. And you can see that, for example, not only in the blood, but you can see it with your heart rate variability, which is directly linked to the autonomic nervous system. You can see it in brain waves. You can measure what 5G does to your brain, and you can then measure what happens with 5G if our technology is turned on.
Why is it unique?
It's unique because no one else has invented it yet. It doesn't exist.
But there's a lot of EMF protection things out there. Why is yours different?
It's different because you don't have to shield yourself. Even though we have some EMF shielding clothing, for example, the jackets or men's underwear, etc., this can be leveraged without blocking the signal. So that's the important part, right? Because we want to be able to use our technology, to use Wi-Fi, to be on a Zoom call, but not suffer the negative effects.
And what kinds of things are you seeing in people that use it?
I mean, we see more energy, we see more health, but it has these benefits on your blood, on your cell function, the mitochondrial function, for example, that's undeniable.
What do you recommend for the average person?
I recommend for the average person to take a look at our so-called Heal capsule at first. That's the entry-level product. It's also the all-rounder. If you want to go beyond that, one of our blocks, that's the most advanced technology. It's more expensive, but it can do so much so that in the end it's actually cheap.
oftentimes I find my European friends have much more information about this topic. They've seen like they've been looking at it longer, and the fact that you come from the commercial enterprise of using these technologies intrigued me about what you're up to. So appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. All right, for more information, visit Leela, L-E-E-L-A, LeelaQ.com. Thank you so much, and we'll be right back.